Hello,
Wow.
everybody.
Hello.
Thank God I got rid of the date that was to be expected on this front screen, because Lord, would it have been off. Off, off,
Inhibition.
off.
Inhibition.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
Listen, I had a lot of life events, folks. We'll just start off there. A lot of life events. But now, guess what? Those life events finally ended
She
about
got
20
married.
minutes ago, because then I had tornadoes. So,
She got married
you
in a
know,
tornado.
I mean, that,
yeah,
yeah, your life is a tornado right now.
actively. The month of March, the Ides of March did happen. And here
And so
we
did
are.
the evens.
Yep. It just all went downhill as soon as I turned 30, as I expected. Despite what everyone told me, oh, 30 is not any different. The lies. But no, we're
I guess
back
it's
with
not
D&D
different for the
finally.
normal ones.
Yeah, I can't be normal. It's one of the wild ones.
Fair.
Good song.
Yeah.
But
Maybe randomly assigned medical conditions. Yours is just anxiety because the world sucks.
true. True. Oh my God, I just saw something recently because we were obviously we were watching the weather because, our whole
See.
area was imploding. And boy, I just saw something on the news that we can certainly not talk about on here. But Lord, I'm just going to say this. Just because you lose does not mean everything has to fall apart. I said what I said. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. If you know, you know. If you don't, you are so blessed. Because now that I have this knowledge, I can't. But thankfully, we can't
Never
go
mind.
further.
Never mind.
We're
We
not
can't. Yeah, no.
we're not going.
Yeah, no.
But
No, but
if you
I think I know
lose,
what you're
it's
talking
gonna be
about.
okay.
I think I know what you're talking.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Fortunately, I've never lost.
Lord wild. But we're back with D&D. We have a whole crew. We have Zero with playing Lyric, Zandratic playing Silith.
There you go.
Yep, I had to I'm refreshing myself here. We have ATP and ATP playing Stakeen, and we have that one guy playing Sanchi, a female. And then I, myself, holy crap, it's Tori, being a dungeon master. Who would have thought? But
You mean God.
facts.
Gord.
Facts. Gord.
Gord.
Gorsh, it's me,
You're
Gord.
a gourd, Corey.
Ooh. I could have went.
That's what I
several
want
places.
you to make for a thumbnail at some point. Is just you as a gourd,
For my
and then you're
Thanksgiving
talking to
session.
another gourd, and he just goes, "You're a gourd, Tori."
A bearded one. But
Yes.
yeah, no, that's some Thanksgiving shit. That's our
Yeah.
Thanksgiving thumbnail. Comments hold me to it. That's our Thanksgiving thumbnail, and
I'm putting something in my calendar now.
and Thanksgiving Thanksgiving arc when you all just go into the Veggie Tales for some reason. And
Yes.
whatever buffoonery I feel like casting upon people. I mean, my other campaign, they just dealt with the Land Before Time, so
What?
Yeah. I wanted to play with dinosaurs, and so I made the other crew go to the Land Before Time. And they're doing that. But they're also stuck in a Jumanji board, so it's perfectly reasonable. Sandra knows about all
Fair.
of that. But she's in the other campaign, so she's aware. She's aware of the buffoonery that goes off stream.
What
But
happened last time?
yeah, let's talk about it. What do you guys remember? Because I remember a lot. But what do you guys remember?
Things went
I got
cray-cray.
experimented on.
Remember? Great.
Bye. Yeah, what did you say? Oh. I see. I see what happened.
I said I got experimented on.
Oh yeah,
A little
Lyric
bit.
was MIA. You guys have no idea what happened to Lyric yet. He was MIA.
Yup.
The rest of you guys learned that Poopy is in fact a being of sorts.
Yeah.
He's more than what meets the eye. I'm sorry,
I hated
shithead. Oops, lore drop.
No, yeah, I mean you already mentioned that he was
Yeah.
Poopy the dog, and
He is.
Yeah.
that was when Haribo just went, "Oh my god!"
Yep. You guys
Sorry if I
learned. You did, but you
All
guys
of our
also
furniture is gone. All of our
all your-
entertainment's gone.
Yep, all entertainment
Yeah.
is gone. You guys all learned about the selection that's going to be happening, and that there's going to only be 8 finalists of your whole cell block and what have you, of the other cell blocks as well, if I'm correct. And from there, you guys have learned that y'all are going to be tested on a lot of things. There's been rumors of the E or 3GG gene. From there, let's see what else happened. You guys learned about the testing. You tried to get along with Tasha. That did not go well. You guys almost did a deal with Franklin.
I seem to
That
recall
did
that
not go well.
I snuck a weight into the prison with me.
Yes,
Yes.
you did. You snuck a weight with you. Yep, you guys pretty much all learned that y'all are on lockdown for the next week or so, and then everything gets to kind of begin, and we jump started. And we all were escorted back to the cell block, and everyone was chilling in their own group. So let's go ahead and take you guys to your little cell block here. And from there, you all got back into your cute little cells. I believe Silith then got into Spears' little head and was questioning some things and
Mhm.
talked to him, and he was receptive-ish.
I did a lot of talking.
Yep,
A
he
lot
did a
of
lot of
talking
talking,
praise.
and he did a lot of good listening. And said
may
maybe
have-
5 words.
I may have made minor alliances with our roommates at least.
Yep. Then at the very end, you all would have heard, if I'm, well, no, I double checked it. I rewatched the ending 3 times to make sure. So then at this point, you all were kind of chilling in your own, and the last thing you all noticed was that the doors closed, but they did not lock. And that is where we are going to start, because as you all notice this, you then hear a creaking of the door from the front, where you guys usually all exit and enter, the usual spot. And can you all make a perception check for me?
Perception. My perception is that I have to sneeze.
Apparently. And Lyric, you can too, just for fun. Why not? You're the only one that's missing.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to get my token.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just never works when I try.
Not too sure. Alrighty. So I would say Silith and Sanchi for sure notice. Stakeen and Lyric, you guys, Lyric, your situation is gonna be a little bit different, so we'll go to you in a hot minute. But
Got it.
Stakeen, you hear the door, but you're at this point, you've seen Wade, because all of your guys' little roommates were also all like awkwardly standing at the door, and Spears never leaves the door anyways. But all of them were just kind of like standing at the doors, like at attention as you all went to your beds and kind of chilled. I remember Silith was like, "Oh, we could take turns." And
Yep.
Kipper's like, "Nah, boo. Just get me good breakfast, wink." And that was your guys'
Oh,
last
yeah.
exchange. Stakeen, you didn't even bother, I don't even think, bargaining with Wade. You were just like, free sleep sounds
Nope.
great.
So I remember asking him to keep an eye out for me, just watch my back.
Yeah. And he, of course, was down to clown, as always. And then, Sanchi,
Yep.
you are with Shithead, so there's
I
not
believe
much
I'm
communication.
nocturnal.
Yep. So, either way, either both of you will stay up all night, or maybe you possibly sleep if you feel safe enough.
Does
But
Sanchi even sleep with shithead, like, just being there?
Hoot, hoot.
Does Sanchi even sleep when we all have to be like out in the prison during the day, like doing things? Sanchi's
Yeah.
just literally going all night, like I can't fucking sleep. It's nighttime. I'm supposed to be awake, and then then in the morning we're all down at the breakfast hall. What?
I get my naps where I can.
like a shark happy
was
Blaine sleeping
referencing
at
more
all
because
times.
shithead exists, but
True.
Are you just watching Shithead rebuild his sandcastle?
Yep. Oh, that's right.
Do you notice he has your feather?
I prefer not to get
Oh.
included.
it's like having a lock of hair.
Mhm.
Oh no!
Oh,
What
I
a
love
creep.
Shithead. I love him so much.
Stupid
Such a pain
poopy.
to draw. Such a pain to draw. But so at this point, I would say, Sucking, you don't pay it any mind. The noise out. You hear the door, you hear people walking, and it sounds like the guards' boots, so you don't care past that. Lyric will go to you next, because as soon as you walk in, you feel that this area is not the same. Not only does it look barren, as in everything's gone besides the tables and then 5 books, because Silas did take the dictionary once
Yep.
more. But other than that, like, I'll say you even notice that there's only like 5 books, because you're kind of like walking in behind this bottom of stairs over here. There's like a doorway back here. You're like walking out and around and going up to your little cell and what have you. And you get up to your cell and you immediately see that the guard doesn't necessarily unlock anything. He just draws it open and he lets you back in. And Silith and Sanchi, you both see that Lyric's back. You guys like hear him or smell him. You just know he's back. And
I feel that spirit energy. Yep.
I will and I will say
he
for
has
sure,
smell?
Silith, you look out and you notice that he's walking exhausted. Like he has like he's dragging one of his feet, maybe. He's walking kind of lazily, like like those high schoolers when they're really dragging to get to. Honestly, it's exactly what my downstairs neighbor just did, but trying to talk to me, and I just waited in my car a bit longer. But like they just like kind of drag their feet and they walk kind of like tiredly slow. Like that's what Lyric was doing. He was walking like really tired, and he gets into his cell, and at that point you hear the guards, they start to walk back down, and you hear their door close. And as soon as their door closes, the lights go off, and then the doors lock.
Okay.
Which
Ah.
is not how this is normally done. But at that point, they lock. End scene. Lyric is now back.
Everybody clap. Clap, 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 clap,
Yay!
Only a character. Woo! No.
Yay!
Can
Is this really happening right now?
No, I said no. I would like
Thank
to
God.
establish a mind link, though.
Ooh. Link into the mind. What do you say?
Yep.
Lick his mind.
So, where are you? Have a fun little vacation day?
Oh God, I have another one.
Huh?
There's another voice, and I'm not even asleep.
You know who this is. Come on now. You can do
Silent?
this too. Yeah?
Oh yeah.
You can do this too.
Really? Fucking really?
Yeah? You just have to see people. You can see them and
I really
keep in mind.
I really should have listened to my mother when I was younger.
Ein bisschen. A wee bit. I mean, you seem to be horny all the time. I'll tell you, it makes a much more interesting experience. But that's not the point.
If it's fun, why not?
That's not the point of this conversation.
What is?
Are you okay? You have been missing. Things have gone to shit.
Oh, you don't say. I kind of heard about the experiments. I did find out about that god that we were all trying to look into. Well, I think you guys were, and I was just kind of seeing if anyone would want to punch me. Or
Another
wait,
nurse.
whatever happened?
Joey?
No. Wait, what happened with Sanchi? Is he okay? Or she okay?
She's fine.
Wait, really? They did. So I get taken in the back, no sleep, and all that bullshit, and Sanchi gets to start a prison fight and no punishment? That's ass. By the way, Sanchi is not saying this super. Not Sanchi. Lyric is not saying this super loud, but he is
I'm speaking
absolutely
in your mind
doing both.
back. Oh,
Yes, he's doing both.
Oh,
He's talking
if you
to you, but he's
if
also
you-
talking out loud.
if you were doing both, I would have been like, you don't have to respond out loud. Like you can talk back to me in your mind. You like very good
Okay.
for sneaky covert operations.
Oh, right.
You don't have to speak out loud. Just think it in your mind. And also, fun fact, you do not have to speak their language, which is fun for partners and whatnot. As long as they can understand a language, you can talk to them in their mind.
I could be screeching at my husband.
Did you hear that? What? Did you hear that?
These
What
have been
was
Bird
that?
Thoughts, brought to you by Bird.
There it is again.
To you, my burb.
That's just an illusion. I don't know what that is. Fourth wall or something. I don't know. Fourth dimension.
A voice from nowhere.
It's been explained.
Noodles.
Spooky.
Oh,
But,
yes.
but anyways, I guess to answer your question, no, I'm not really okay. I am so sleep deprived. I haven't had a drink in however long we've been here, and yeah, that god that's missing is here, and he's totally in on this whole experiment. I think he's bigger than we realize.
Duh. Yeah. I mean, they more or
Oh,
less
you
said
already
only
know.
8 people are allowed to live, or implied that, but.
All right, so I think my
uh,
roommate is pretty cool, but what about the others?
Kipper said yeah. Spears said if need be, he has a grudge with Tasha. It seems he seems pretty keen on killing him. Wade, probably not. But I offered an invitation if shit goes south.
Fair
And
enough.
shithead is actually logical in his brain, but cannot control his body. So
I refuse to believe you.
you can do the mind link. You can try. You can talk to him. He's actually decent to talk to. You can find out I am that liar.
I hate that you're trustworthy because I'm going to do this. Because I cannot believe you until I hear it from someone.
So I believe while I have mind link with you, you can mind link with someone else, but I don't think I can hear that conversation. If you would like to do that, I can still talk to you while you talk to him. Kinda like-
No, this is. I'm very tired. I don't think I can handle 2 at once. I thank you, but
Well,
sorry.
it seems like tomorrow is
It's-
going to be shite as well, so get your rest. Kipper's keeping an eye for me, and if he wakes me up, I'll wake y'all up.
Hey, I have a question really quick. I don't want to ask this out loud because she already thinks that I'm rude enough. But does Sanchi ever get to sleep?
Oh my god.
I don't think so. Only when Shinehead's not there.
Oh, I'm gonna stop being nice to her while we're in here.
But anyways, I will let you get your rest and stop
Wait.
talking. Okay.
One last thing.
Yes.
This is definitely going to turn into either like experiment to death or deathmatch.
Yeah.
So, does Sanchi have any wish to kill me?
I don't believe so.
All right.
Why? We
Because I'm
were
a bit of a prick, and she gets a lot of it.
better the prick you know than the prick you don't. Stronger in numbers. Better to have a squad than one-on-one. I have a feeling if the doors unlock in the middle of the night, the weaker ones will go.
Prick,
Oh,
prick,
fuck.
bloody prick.
Well, I'll let you go then.
Congrats.
Wait, is there anything on your end that I should know, like other than the obvious, experimentation?
What do you mean on my end?
I don't know, like, has anything significant happened amongst the rest of our cellmates?
Like,
we will be joining Cell Block. We are B and C. We're joining, and Tasha may have murdered the kingpin of Cell Block C. So,
Hold on, roll that back again. What?
No,
we
he's not.
Cell Block B and Cell Block C were joined at lunch yesterday, and the kingpin, I think, is how you say, of Cell Block C decided to pick a fight with Tasha, and Tasha decapitated him.
That's
And
fucking
was
golly.
put in a straitjacket and wheeled out for the speech that shit's gonna start soon, and then wheeled away. And I don't know if he was returned to cell, but I have a feeling he will be back tomorrow. I think that's the major. Yeah.
Fucking hell, I leave one night and this whole place becomes a fun area.
Something like that. I know you missed your opportunity.
Well, there's definitely going to be more opportunities.
That's how
Nothing
it
to fret
sounds.
about. And from the sounds of it, it might happen tonight. So I'm going to talk to my roommate, who, if I remember correctly, is Spears.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yes, I
Spears?
actually remembered something.
Yes, you have the eye stare man, the one that does not
Yeah.
blink.
No.
But by the way, he heard some of this, so like as soon as we disconnect, I'm gonna turn to Spears and say, "So you're cool with everything you just heard, right?"
I mean, he heard me. I talked to him in his mind. If you want to do it, he will not be too terribly surprised, I'm sure.
Oh,
I
well,
I talked to a few people through my link yesterday. Just because
times-
making plans out loud is not good.
what is this,
Just
a
give me a
cantrip? Is this something we
No,
can do because
just
of
an ability.
us? Oh,
Oh, sorry, 10 times your level, so 30 times a day. Or no,
that's,
wait.
that's incredible.
Technically, we're level 5, so 50 times a day.
Holy crap, that's awesome.
I have not reached that limit yet, so that's why I had to think about it.
All right, I have a lot to
Speak
think
the
about.
Spears.
That's within a number of feet. That's not the time
Oh.
to use it.
I just saw 10 times per level. Yeah, feet. So 50 feet, up to an hour, as many times as you want. You could just talk to people. Part of being...
So it's more broken.
Yes, more broken, yes. 50 feet, you have to see them.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I talked to Spears.
All right, outside or mind linking him.
I'm gonna try this mind link thing. As Lyric literally puts his hands to his temples and stares, he doesn't care because he knows Spears isn't looking at him anyways.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I see him doing this?
Yeah, you could definitely try. You do not see him. I'm so
Damn it.
sorry. The way the walls are, it don't work. You could certainly, you know what, Sanchi, go for it.
Yes, let's go.
See if you could see.
Perception still?
Yes.
With the
Sanchi,
eyes
you see it
of
somehow.
an
Somehow
owl.
you're able to like typical owl fashion, just like pop your head out and then like turn it in like horror movie like Junji Ito style. And, like able to see immediately like into it.
I have
to the
bird
point-
senses. You wouldn't get it.
Yep.
You're
and so
like, oh, he's back. I should check on him. And you poke your head out and it's like, what the fuck is this idiot doing?
and at that point you lock eyes with Spears, of course, who like is not looking, like he shifts his gaze to you slightly, but then right back to where he was looking, and just behind him, like past his head and shoulder area, you see in the background just like Lyric whole temple braining his skull.
I read the words that Lyric says to him in his eyes.
Which is right now literally stare.
And And I have
And you
dark
just-
vision, so this all makes sense.
Spears, I think to you.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of what we do in the shadows with Nandor. Dog,
That's
Pete,
exactly what I'm going for.
Yes! Nandor! Oh, my sweet boy. Oh, I love him. If y'all don't get the reference, go look it up. It's great. Dog, Pete,
yes!
Turtle.
I'm so happy right now. I wasn't turning
I
to
love
see if
him.
anyone would get it. I just wanted to be that style right there.
My God, let me see
Respect.
what we do in the
Yeah.
shadows. Doug, Peterson. Oh my God, I'm so sad that the last season's coming out soon. Oh no, they don't have one, but it's great. Anyways, Doug Peterson. So you're doing that, and
Peterson.
Spears Spears at this point could only look so unenthused. Like he's always focused and bug-eyed, and you've never seen a human do the full anime like just line eyeballs to you. I mean, he just has that look about him as he just slowly turns and looks at you for, again, maybe a second. He just looks, pauses it, let it sits there, and then turns back to his gaze, who, of course, Sanchi is still there, staring.
Do I notice Sanchi?
Oh, yes. You notice Sanji.
But I'm so inconspicuous.
I make eye contact with Sanchi. I try really hard to move my head back between Spears and Sanchi. Very subtly. And then I think to Sanchi, I know you can hear me now. And thank you. That is probably the most you've ever acknowledged me in
Wait,
this
do
entire
you have dark vision?
I don't do it.
I would still say, since you guys have windows, there'd be some sort of dim lighting. So,
Oh, okay then.
The
Yeah. Of the itty bitty.
reflection of the eyeballs.
yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
that
the
too.
big
You're an
nocturnal
owl.
eyes.
Yeah, but they still need the light to reflect.
Yeah. True.
True. Okay, either way, if I see her that, I still say to Spears, I know you can hear me. Thank you for finally acknowledging me. That is the first time you've ever looked me in the eyes, I think. And
Oh,
I don't count sometimes when we make eye contact, by the way. That's mostly me just walking into whatever you're staring at. But are we cool in terms of you're not gonna kill me, are you? Or try?
No.
I think an owl, so you're getting the owl thoughts.
You can only connect with one person at a time. He chose Spears.
Yeah.
I just thought you were out there doing that like while watching. Like being an owl for everyone to enjoy. Oh.
Oh my God. So you are, to clarify, you are talking to Spears, not Sanchi.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And he responds,
All right.
no.
All right. Would you like any help in killing anyone else?
No.
All right. If that changes, I got your back if you need it. Or if, I'm just bored and want to hit someone that's not you or I guess one of the others.
Okay. He's just like, you could tell like in his even tone of his okay is he doesn't understand why you're talking to him. Like you just get this sense of like, why are you speaking to me?
Pleb.
Who are you to speak to me?
I built a friendship
I,
against
Rick-
the sausage. Take that out.
Rick
Ron.
literally just like sticks his tongue out at him from behind his head and then turns around and says like, you are literally, I say this out loud, You are literally the only person in this entire prison that I do not insult on a daily basis. I'm just trying to be friendly because you're my cellmate and you don't bother me. There.
They were soulmates.
Versus cell.
Yeah, but that's not important.
Do you
what he
say that
said.
out? Do you really say that? Please tell me you
No.
do.
No.
Aw.
I
You
said
didn't use
that.
the voice.
I
You didn't
didn't
use the voice.
voice.
Oh man.
Oh, true.
I used the out of character voice.
All right. So with that being said, is there anything else anyone would like to do before going to Sleepy Slough for the night?
No.
Think so? No.
Nope.
Alrighty.
No sleep.
And you all wake up,
Wrestling.
and at that point you notice, we'll say, here, let me see how many. 3, no, 1, I don't know what that is. 3, 4. Wow, damn,
Word.
okay. All right. So you notice all of your guys' cellmates. Kipper especially is sleeping like on the floor, but like leaned up against the like nook of the door. So he's like his feet are like at the door and his back is on the wall. And he's asleep, fully conked out. Shithead is also conked out, but he's in his little hidey hole. Wade is awake, but you could tell he's like kind of getting restless and he's sleepy. You could tell he's getting a little cranky. And Spears is also, for once, leaning up against like he's sitting on the little like metal sink area, the little like counter right next to the door. And he is also like just kind of like you could tell, Lyric, that he's not asleep, but you know he's resting his eyes. They do in fact close at some point. And
No fucking way.
holy shit. And with this, the lights turn on, which of course they all wake up. And of course, good old Shithead like kind of like reaches out a hand like he's from like any indie horror game. And he
Oh
just
my
like
God.
reaches it out of his like pin and he like crawls out on his all fours and like goes in like bending dog yoga pose to break his back. And then he finally stands and like, you know, Spears just opens his eyes slowly and looks out back to gazing directly where he always gazes. Wade looks back at you, Sakine, and of course his little gills kind of like frill for a minute and he's like, good morning. Good morning. And just all happy. And then Kipper just naturally looks at you silently and goes, I hope you slept well. I tucked you in.
I said we could take turns. Like, you did not have to sleep on the floor.
No, just get me a good breakfast. As he like now
All right.
walks into his bed, as you all hear the usual doors unlocking and they all start to move open. But you notice there, as you all look outside, I won't make you guys roll perception for this because you all are then actively leaving your cell, I would imagine, or getting ready to, as all of your other cellmates don't. You then all get to the door of your cell. And you notice no one else is leaving either. They all are just kind of standing there, looking at each other awkwardly. As you guys all just then, like, get this eerie feeling. It's very quiet currently. You don't see any of the guards actively, at least. I guess you could roll a perception for that if you want to look for them. But you don't see any that are normally, like, out there, because normally there's some standing outside of your guys' doors telling you all to get the F out and go to the breakfast hall and this, that, and the third. And there's none of that. It's just silent. And so all of the Hank Hills, the one Kermit, Naruto,
I'll go
all
first.
Zatch Bell, Bob Burger, Cat from Cat Dog, Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, Hey Arnold. All of them are just kind of like looking around like, huh? Sounding like Minecraft villagers. And you notice the other crew, Tasha and all of them, their whole little gang, also isn't leaving.
Lyric leaves.
What?
All right.
I was gonna go first. Well, it's fine.
Ik
Okay.
heb wel honger.
Lyric,
Sanchi, do you
please.
race Lyric
Yeah,
to leave first?
I mean, shouldn't we stay in group? Less likely to be jumped instead of running around like maniac?
that's fine for me. I have wings. I open the door.
Lyric looks. Is any of that being said out loud?
I'm-
No.
Okay. And Lyric continues to walk out with a yawn, and he expresses, "If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen." All of
Ik
you are
heb
being
wel honger.
out loud for everyone to hear.
Shall we get breakfast? I am
Exactly.
I am
I'm hungry.
As I said, I would grab Kipper food. So, not going to be useful if I'm tired, or drained of energy, or hungry, or anything like that. So, group? Yeah?
Let's
Might as
go.
well.
I'm already outside my cage. Away from shithead.
Alrighty. Yep, and so you all start heading to the cafeteria, and you notice slowly after some other people slowly start to trickle out, and this, that, and the third, and you all get to the cafeteria first, where, of course, I was a genius and did this first. Of course, I didn't. Of course, I forgot to delete all of these because no one else is here with you guys. So well, you know what? Actually, Evil Franklin, come back. You can be here. You're the merchant.
Evil Franklin.
Are there guards? Are
It's
there
not
guards?
Franklin. There we go. We'll just leave Kermit here because for whatever reason, he's here. Shithead's not here. Spears is not here. Kipper's not here. Oh, we forgot Lyric. Get your ass out here. Where you at? There you are. You're here. All right. So pissed off Franklin is here, and at that point, then Kermit's here, and Kermit's here, of course.
I've got
At
some
that
questions
point-
about how they got here.
Yep. So they're here, and you all walk in, and you notice there's no guards. The lunch ladies are there, of course, and Sanchi, you're going right up to get some food.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Alrighty, and they look at you as you look down, and they look at you because they're not talking, and they're just like waiting for you to speak. And as you finally look down, you realize you have options. You have a tray of eggs, which is a little like, oof for you. But there's eggs, there's some biscuits, there's gravy, there's bacon, there's sausage, there's some potatoes, some like seasoned brekkie potatoes. And
Wow.
then, yeah, so they have like a little like buffet going, and they just kind of look at you.
I want every egg in the house.
Some sort of cannibalism.
No, no,
And-
no. I'm asserting dominance.
Oh my god.
And they kind of look because it's a scrambled eggs. It's like that like liquidy scrambled egg. So it's all just like yellow scrambled egg. And they look at each other and they're like, and they just shrug as they take one of their trays. They literally just put the whole container of the eggs on it and then hand it to you.
Bunted.
Perfect. Thank you. It's
All
cooked, right?
right.
Ah.
Yes, they're all
Yeah,
cooked.
yeah. Okay. You
It's
said it
just
was
a
liquid,
giant-
so
Yeah, it's because there's that liquid like pre-mixed egg that a lot of like companies will use, and then they
Sure,
just like
but they
bake it and
cook
grill it on the
that.
grill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said
Yeah,
that.
so it's just scrambled eggs.
All right. As long as it's cooked, that's fine. It's whatever.
Yes. Yep, you're good. So you have like a nice long tray of the scrambled eggs. No cheese though, just plain egg.
Why no
Sanchi, are you
cheese?
trying to make up? Are you trying to make up for the fact that you didn't walk out first by doing the biggest ball of power move this cafeteria's ever seen?
What do you mean? I just wanted eggs.
I mean, you just. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about you. Nope, just let it go.
What are you talking about? Try and be clear.
Nothing. You
I know you didn't get a lot of rest, but try and speak clearly and make what you're trying to say known.
I just didn't. I just didn't know you liked eggs so much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in who I am, you know. We owlin eat mice, birds, lizards, bird eggs.
Sausage.
It's
A lot.
sausage. Yeah, delicious.
You know what? I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Wait, hold on.
No.
That
It
one
goes
mission
again.
with Jim.
Can he leave? All right. And the lunch lady then looks at you, Lyric, as they then pull out another giant tray of eggs and they just put
No,
it back in
I said
there.
every egg in the house.
And they wait, like you could tell the lunch lady waited for you to be gone and
Oh
like
my God.
Can I perceive it?
you're walking
deception.
away, so roll at disadvantage since you're walking away. It's not very noisy, but you know, either way, you're not looking.
Oof.
Oof, no, you don't notice. You just assume it's someone doing something in the kitchen.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they must have gotten more sausage to replace it. That's fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
so what are the options again?
So you have a long tray of eggs, you have bacon, sausage, biscuit, gravy, then there's like some breakfast potatoes.
Are we allowed to have a little bit of everything?
And they hand you a little bit of everything.
All right, and can I have just a little bit more eggs?
And they hand like an extra scoop of eggs and then hand it to you.
All right, I'm gonna go sit by him. Promise that won't make your day
Her.
harder. And then I will walk away.
It's okay.
Her. Sorry, I
Yeah.
don't know why I keep doing that. Sorry.
Oh, God. I have to draw more Sanchi art, apparently. I gotta get real crazy in there. Make it
On seeing
known.
you sit next to me with your eggs, I fold my wings and go. And then I peck at your eggs.
You know what? This kind of brings back memories.
I'm gonna go up
Like
there
this has
and
happened before.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
take a
God.
look and be slightly disappointed that we don't have whatever normal slop that we normally have. Morgan, can I get 2 plates, one for my cellmate, one for me?
And they pull up 2 trays.
Ah, thank you. Can I get lots of meat on one, and then I would like eggs, gravy, and potato on the other.
And they hand it to you. They hand you both trays.
And
One
I want
in a little to-go box.
and lots of meat on the other one. Lots.
Yep.
Lots.
And they just
Okay.
like, and they look, and she just points at which meat. She doesn't say anything, but she's just pointing at both of them, like finger gun A
Yeah.
or finger gun B.
Both. Bitte.
All right. And they just pour the whole containers of
Oh, yes.
sausage and egg or sausage and bacon into it. And they just like close it like 3 containers and then hand it to you.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna go
Oh,
back to the
damn.
boys. The pals, I guess.
Yeah.
I have to run this to Kipper real quick. I'll be back. And I would like to like fold dash
Yeah.
up there, and I would also like to give 1 container to Spears as well.
Yep.
So 2
You're good.
containers to Kipper, 1 to Spears.
Yep. Sounds good. So you hand it to Spears and he immediately just like looks at it and then he just gives you. He looks, as you can tell, he's always looking around and he just gives you a thumbs up. And then no other reaction though.
I'm just gonna smile and walk away. And
Because he's still looking elsewhere, but he just gives the thumbs up.
does Kipper react to the 2 boxes of just meat?
Kipper opens it and he goes, very well balanced.
I just know y'all like the sausage most. I mean, I have my plates if you want some of my smashed as everything's like mixed together oddly. Like the eggs, the bacon, or the eggs, the potatoes, like have been smashed with gravy poured on top. So it's just some weird ass conglomeration of shit.
Yes, you made your own slop.
Yep,
And
damn straight.
he just like looks at, he goes, "This is fine. Thank you, Simon." As he just takes the 2 containers and goes back into bed. And then you run back.
Yep.
All right. Sakine, are you getting any
Fire
food?
energy.
Yes. I follow Lyric's example, and I ask for one of everything.
All right, and you get one of everything. And then at that point,
And I kind of nod at the lunch ladies and walk away.
yep. And they just kind of stand there as like angry, pissed off Franklin. I'm sorry, I have to stay canonical. And then Kermit, pissed off Franklin, finally walks up and he gets his own shit. And then Kermit's already been eaten. He's been eating this whole time. He's been smashing. And he's just like,
On bacon.
he's just eating. But
Sakine, do you want to grab plate for Wade? I don't think he can.
I guess I probably should.
Apparently my choice for Kipper was not necessarily the best. I tried.
Do you want me to get a plate for Kipper and I'll take
Oh,
whatever
he
you
has
got for
food for
him?
3 days. He's got food for days.
Okay.
He mentioned it's not well balanced, but I only see y'all liking to eat sausage and bacon when we have it.
Well, okay. If that's what you decide on. And Stakine, like, really lethargically gets up from his seat again and goes to grab Wade something.
yeah.
He
Do you? Oh, I'm sorry.
what? No, you're good. He gets up from the lunch lady, or he gets up in front of the lunch lady, and he goes, "Can I get something for my roommate too? I guess."
And she just pulls out a tray and a little to-go box.
Perfect. Whatever you give him, I'm sure he'll be happy with.
She just gives you one of everything. Covering the faces. She gives you a scoop of everything. So
Perfect.
Before Stockton comes back, is his plate still there at the table?
Oh, god damn it.
I would say so, since he did not grab it himself.
Lyric points over at Stockton's plate. Hey, Sonchi, look at that. He got more eggs.
I get up and I go peck at that as well, and then I take my tray with me, and then when I'm done pecking that, I go to see if I go while snacking on the way to see if I can go outside.
Yeah, so you can go into the courtyard. No one stops you.
Okay, great. and yeah, I mean, tell me what's out there too.
Yeah, we'll definitely get there. So just want to make sure before we move on, is there anything else going on in the food court that we want to address before we get to why are you grayed out?
Wrong layer.
No, there we go. Okay, no, something happened with Roll20, of course. All right, so you go to the courtyard. You're there. All right. Everyone
Am I
else,
able
let's
to go back to Wade?
yeah, you can go back to
Okay.
Wade.
Okay.
And so you, or is that like after you're done eating, or like actively?
No, yeah, that'll be after.
Okay. All right. So as you all eat, we will go to the courtyard. And Sanchi, you go to the courtyard. And not everyone's out here, nor is Pissed Off Franklin.
Sure.
Because I totally remembered to clear all of these. All right. Well, actually, no. Pissed Off Franklin does have to be here. He's the merchant. There's always a merchant. And so Pissed Off Franklin could be out here too, in his corner, as always. And so, anyways, so you notice there's another Pissed Off Franklin outside. But other than that, there's all the workout workout equipment. And no one's out here, though. No one is out here.
How's
But
the
if you
Sky
want to do a
Zone?
perception check.
Oh yeah, I
Sky
do.
Zone is is covered. You cannot fly out of it.
That's messed up,
At least
though.
to your knowledge. Yep.
I perceive.
Yep.
And I'm
That's
also
racist against
let
birds.
me narrow this down. I'm also perceiving like inside the like watchtowers where normally
Yeah.
I would expect guards to be.
Absolutely. Roll that perception. Wow,
Or-
you are. That sun
Look,
must
I
be
did,
mega
I did
bright.
my best. Yeah, I mean I'm
Yeah.
nocturnal.
Yeah, true. So you look up into the windows and there's a big glare, but you think you see something move, but you're not too sure from the watchtower.
Can I fly up there to take a better look?
Yeah, you could definitely fly up to probably where the wall is. So you can't get to the top of the watchtower,
Okay.
but you can at least get to that like patio that's right there.
Flappity flap flap flap.
Yep. So you can roll again. I'll give you another shot. There we go. So you finally like get to a level where like the glare isn't as egregious. And as you're just stretching your wings and flapping around, you do see all the guards are there. They're just not outside, and you clearly see all of them taking notes.
And they looked at me, and I looked at them.
Yep.
And they looked at me, and I
Yep.
looked at them.
Yep.
And I go back inside. I'm tired of this.
Okay. Do you go back into the food court or?
Do I know how to get up to that tower?
No,
Oh, okay.
not the watchtower.
Yeah, back to the food court then.
All right. Ooh, I'ma move you to the food court. There you go. So you walk back in after probably like a 15-minute jaunt
Yeah,
around.
I mean, I also try every single door I pass, and any door that opens, I just leave open.
All right. You notice a good chunk of doors that you're normally allowed to access are unlocked, but like so all like the workstations and all of that. But you don't see anyone in there anywhere. But yeah. So but everything that was normally not of access to you is still not of access to you guys.
Okay.
So
Yeah, as I get back, I peck at my eggs somewhere and relay that information to everyone who I assume is back here now.
yep. Y'all must be having a good meal.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what?
Slop. It's very good today.
Hell yeah, it is. It's actual meat.
Eh,
Possible eggs.
So he tells you the news that he saw the guards taking notes, but not outside.
and that's
Do
different.
you know what kind of notes? Otherwise, I don't think it'll matter.
They always take notes, don't they? Or at least the last few days. They just are waiting to see
it's-
how fast things fall apart. The infighting starts. Especially if they're not here, no one to stop.
Lyric starts twirling his fork in the air like a dickhead, and he says, I mean, they're doing experiments on us, so of course they're going to be taking notes. It's no surprise. They're probably just saying, no, this guy still wipes his ass the wrong way.
What are you talking about? They're doing experiments on us, Lyric.
Was that not clear by selection? And the whole rumors being true about the project experiment whatever egg that we saw on the news 2 days ago?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
and they also took me back and did a bunch of tests on me. I didn't get to tell you guys that, but Silith and I talked about it a little last night.
Inhibition.
Yeah. Basically they just did like some basic tests on me for a little bit and then took some blood.
I
Didn't
have
let
a
me fucking
feeling.
sleep. They started
that
asking
all-
me questions about my crimes, and it's like they already know all that shit anyways. That's why I'm in here.
Was that all they did to you, Lyric?
To be honest, I was expecting a lot more considering what they told me about this whole selection. I kind of got a small explanation about it. I don't know if I heard exactly what you heard.
What is it that you heard? And at this point, Stakeen is like stopped eating completely and is like completely fixated on whatever Lyric's talking about.
Mm, trying to think. Sorry, it was a very tiring experience,
I can imagine.
but kind of what she said. People are gonna die, and I don't know anything more than that. I don't know why they're doing this, but I guess there's a pardon, right? Right? Looks around at everyone.
A what?
If a pardon, I believe.
Uh, excuse crime, I think. That's same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is that. That is
Okay.
exactly that.
Okay. My comment's still
They
iffy.
did mention some kind of pardon. But I
So
think it'll be hard for them to hold up on the pardon.
the only thing that I can see them doing is if not killing us all, which they would have done already. In our line of work, I'm sure you all know that's exactly how people like that work.
No, poison
But
bug jar.
if they're trying to see if which one of us stands last, we're either gonna end up working for them or killing them. I hope the latter.
Poison bug jar. Not surprised.
Plus,
That
if they took my blood, it's outside of the fact that I'm a Kalishtar, which you are too. There's no real reason I can think of them taking a blood sample for. So I'm guessing they're doing some genetic stuff or whatever. I don't know.
I
It's a
mean,
little
our blood
beyond me.
could be no different from normal people. Usually, blood does not show the soul. So,
Ex- And I didn't know that, but it does. It actually, helps what I'm saying here. I have no idea why the hell they would take my blood,
might
and
be one
I
at
have
a
no idea if
time.
they're gonna take your blood. And
Baseline,
if,
probably.
hmm,
I'll keep an eye
oh,
out just in case. Besides, since
I
things have
suggest
started, I think I
everybody.
can fight back now, so no point in playing nice anymore, right?
my thoughts exactly.
Mm.
Every single person in here who's not one of us, or I guess if we want to be bastards, every one of us is a potential murder to a friend, or cellmate, or inmate, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Well,
Not killed anyone who hasn't asked me to, okay?
don't worry
I
about
don't know what you're talking about.
that. I'll protect you.
I don't need protecting,
I'll protect you.
I don't like being called a murderer.
You're going to be protected whether you like it or not.
Dankeschön, meine
Uh,
Hero. And I
Well, if
just
we
pat
can
my
help it,
eyes.
if we can help it, you can just knock them out, and then we can kill them if you need.
that, I guess that's more morally correct. I didn't say I was opposed to it. I just haven't killed anyone who hasn't asked for it.
Do they? I need to ask because it's you. Do they literally ask you for it, or like you're
I
very?
hmm, I will not go into detail. That's all I'm willing to say.
When they start begging, sometimes you gotta acquiesce.
I will not. I
That
will
just
not say.
that just implied so much torture, and I'm kind of here for it. Specifically, if we can do it to a god.
Anyways, what's up with all those chicken shits? You'd think some of them would have grown balls and come down to get some breakfast by now.
I'm wondering if Tasha's still tied up. Otherwise, I'm sure he would be here.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of that, like, not Tasha. Shit. Where is he? Where's Shithead? I must go.
Do you want to bring him peace offering? I say.
I need to know where he is right now.
Probably
He's in
messing
my
with his
cell.
shit castle.
All right, I'm going, and then
Bring an
just leaves.
offering.
Just
I'm
really
safe.
just drops everything to the point that we were talking about to go around the shit.
Yeah. So you all go back to the cell block as a group? Because you must
Yeah.
go. You must find
Yeah.
shithead immediately.
Okay.
I think I'll
Yeah,
stay
I
behind.
guess.
I will
I'm
go
going to
over.
find Wade.
I will grab
Okay.
I will grab a plate of food for Shithead, just one of everything, because I learned my lesson for asking for just meat, and I will walk up slowly behind Lyric up to a cell block.
I still have a lot of
Alright.
eggs to finish, so I'm gonna stay behind and,
That's
I've had enough of
Alright.
shithead, so...
That's fair. That's fair. So you three go back to the prison block, and as you all walk in, Sanchi's not here. As you all walk in, you notice. Now, mind you, probably at most it has been an hour since breakfast started, maybe 45 minutes since Silith came in, or even probably 30 minutes since Stakeen came in to give Wade his food as well. And when you three walk in, you can tell because you then see the guards standing outside of the door, almost like blocking your way in for a moment. And then they step aside. They look back at you guys and they step aside and well, not even step aside. They go to open the door and finally go in there because they all like look at the clock and then they all go in there. And you see the sight ahead of you that the whole bottom, like, visiting area, the like community area that you guys hang out in, is just littered with maybe 15 bodies as Tasha is standing there with just two heads in either hand as he just drops them and the guards immediately just like he just walks back to his cell. His whole little crew is there, kind of all bloodied, covered in blood as they all start to walk in. Wade is like doing like the over dramatic like finger ladder stretch as he walks in and like puts his hands behind his head and he goes back in. And you see Kipper is like just staring down what happened. Spears is just staring, of course, right at Tasha as he always does, just kind of watching everything. And Shithead is still in his like weird room doing shit with the sandcastle. And so yeah, he didn't even pay attention from what you guys can tell as you all walk in. And the whole rest of the crew, that whole group gets locked down. And then there's a message over the intercom, or the intercom system. It's like, all please report back to your cells. All please report back to your cells immediately. And
No, fuck! This was the coolest thing that could have happened. The shithead was right there. I could have fought Tasha. Why are we doing this? This sucks. I finally got food in my belly and a full night's sleep, and now I can't punch anything.
Sure, there
That's
will
so
be punching
close.
later. Don't worry. I'm gonna drop the food off in front of I will put my food at on the floor in front of the little bunk beds. Like I'm not
Yeah.
reaching in. I'll just leave it there, then go to my cell.
yeah. And that's the Shithead? Or
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And so you like, as you set it down, you hear like the scurrying sound, like and just from there, you see him just like waddle over his sandcastle, which he's now making like almost a whole village. So at some point, he went outside to get
I back
more
up
sand.
immediately as soon as I drop it. Like I
Not even
like
getting
imagine like
close.
trying to take a stick and setting off a bear trap. I want my
Yeah.
head as far as the fuck away as soon as that button goes off.
Yep, but you're still at least looking, because it's like as soon as you like set
Oh
it
no, I
down,
back up. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
I
the
just
door's
back
still
up as soon as I
closed,
can.
but he like waddles out and he like grabs the food, and as you like look in the like on his bed, you could tell he went out at some point apparently to get more sand to build his
I mean,
sand
people
castle.
don't fuck with crazy, so
And then he like grabs the food and like nods very like erratically, and then he like scurries back into his little
I'll give a
spit
small
hole.
smile and wave as I go next door.
It's just awkward as shit. Be like, "Ugh, ugh." And then at that point, you hear him like eating the food and what have you. And shortly after, Sanchi, you're gonna be everyone in the like cafeteria kind of gets up.
Can I
Yeah.
take a shot at Kermit?
Yeah, you can talk to Kirby.
Hell
Oh,
yeah!
that's not the kind of shot I meant.
Hell yeah!
What
are you doing to
This is
Kirby?
awesome.
Oh,
I'm doing to Kermit what
He's-
he missed out on in the other room.
Oh yeah.
He's missing. He's doing the violence.
The violence.
All right. Go-
why
roll
are
to
you gonna
hit
beat up
Kirby.
poor Kirby?
Why not?
He had it
He's-
coming.
Yeah.
He was eating pork.
I thought it was,
Have you?
I thought it was Franklin who had the drugs. You're choosing the wrong person.
Yeah, Franklin is the merchant, but
Yeah, we
Kirby
don't
had-
punch Franklin. He gives us drugs.
Yeah. Can't.
Well,
Do
he
you want to
didn't give
mess
him
with?
drugs.
Can't harm the dealer.
Yeah. I was like, do you want to mess with pissed off Franklin?
Well, I'm
You
starting
don't
with
mess.
Kermit, but
You
I mean,
don't mess with the white mage, and you don't mess with the dealer.
All right.
Yep. Rule
So you
number
just go
one.
full violence, Sanchi.
yes, full violence.
All right. Roll to hit.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Is it just a regular old melee attack?
If that's what you do into him. Yep.
Proficiency plus strength plus d20 normally for an unarmed attack. And then
Yeah.
if you have your, claws, if they do more damage. Yeah, I think that
Alright.
hits.
Nope, I forgot to give him. Yep. Yep. So you can you definitely surprise him. So yeah. Yeah,
man.
you definitely hit him. So roll damage.
Is it plus strength at least, or is it just 2 damage?
It should be plus strength for unarmed attack.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be 5e rule. That might be 3-5 rules. I don't know exactly in 5e. Unarmed attacks are kind of shit.
Yeah, I think they're just straight D20.
might be- I
Let
think
me look it up
it
really
might
quick.
be 1 point of damage. Add your
Yeah.
strength
Yeah.
modifier. 1 plus your
Yeah.
strength modifier.
Oh, 1 plus strength, but it's a crit, so it'd be 2 plus strength.
Yeah.
Double. We'll double the
Yeah.
roll, yeah. Plus sneak attack if you have it.
Oh,
True,
true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I got you.
god damn! You just fucked this guy up.
And the crit
Mhm.
gets doubled though, too, right?
What did he do
Yeah.
to you?
He
He
existed.
ate his wife.
Ah.
Oof. 6 damage. All right.
No, it's 12
So-
because I roll it twice because it's a crit.
Oh yeah.
And then it's also
Yeah.
the 5 damage from the actual attack itself.
Yeah. So you go behind him, and are you
Perception
like just
tool.
snapping a neck, or
Yeah.
how you? Okay, yeah. So he like was in middle of mid swallow, and so you kill him, like almost outright. Like it does not take long. Kermie just drops dead. Like you just snap
Oh,
this poor
great.
little dude's neck.
Can I search him?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, you could search him.
What's he got?
And you find on him a small key that looks handmade, but it's a key. And you also then find 1 candy. With a bug inside of it. That's all he has.
Is it at least a chocolate bug? Chocolate candy?
I'll say no. It's more of like those lollipops that have like the cockroach in the center.
Ah,
It's one of them.
Yeah.
Or cricket. I'm sorry, not cockroaches.
You know, that's probably better for the owl in me.
Yeah.
Can't have chocolate, you know. Anyways,
Mhm.
yeah, then I go up to the counter and get some more eggs and head back to my cell since the alarm bells say I gotta go.
Yep. Yep. So you slaughter Kermie. Pissed off Franklin doesn't even blink and he just leaves. And then the like guards
Oh
come
my
in,
god.
and then you are also then sent to the prison block, which I need to
Yeah.
read
Did
for all of you.
did the lunch ladies have any reaction to that happening or?
So they looked and they like gasped for a bit, and then they were just kind of scared. They were intimidated of you, so they just handed you the 2 like left trays of eggs, and they were just like, "Here you go."
It's like we don't want to mess with this bitch.
Yeah, I
Yep.
bring those to the cell with
Yeah.
me.
I
of
said
course.
all of your eggs and bacon.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. So you do that. R.I.P. Kermie. Insert like a really badly made like.
Look, he's in jail for a reason.
Remember. Mm-hmm. He did commit war crimes.
He committed
Kermit.
tax evasion.
Tax evasion on Sesame Street or what have you. No,
Oof.
it's not.
This is
It was
this is
his idea.
deserved.
Crossover.
It was his idea to use his wife's meat for our breakfast and his best friend's
True.
children's eggs.
True. R.I.P. R.I.P. Kermie.
That's
Well,
fine.
one
There's,
of
like-
7 Kermies.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's slaughtering of many of folk in here. Not Naruto though. He believed it. But
He believed it.
Do you think I
So
could have
at
also
this-
gotten some frog legs to go, or
you know what?
Oh,
if you
damn.
wanted to like quick yank off his legs, you could have. But
nah? I'll leave them. I'll leave 'em.
all right.
How can that give you a weapon?
I mean, yeah, I got 2 trays of
Fermi
eggs that can also
legs.
be a weapon.
You got 2 frog drummies ready to go.
Oh my god. Just make slingshots out of them. Like, anyways.
Anyway,
Nice springy armor.
So, you all get back into your cell block and they lock the doors, of course, as they clean up the carcasses, the carcasses of sorry, I'm just now gonna be thinking of what we do in the shadows, like on repeat when I see this map now. But the carcasses. But it's so good. Oh my god. But anyhow, so as they're cleaning everything up, you see Kipper is like very shooken up by this, but he's just eating as he's like sitting on his bed, just like constantly like shaking his head back and forth, like, what the fuck did I just witness? What is this? And Wade is just like cleaning himself off. Like he's trying to like wash his hands and, you know, get the blood off of him. And he's struggling, of course, because he's a fish, or he's like a Triton, so he has like scaly-ish hands,
He's
so
a
it keeps getting in his
scaly.
little scales. And he's just like,
Oh,
God
that's
damn it.
rotten.
And so now he's just like trying to clog the sink as he like shakes his hand in there like it's a paintbrush or something. And he's like, "Ugh, get off." He's just struggling.
yeah, you think
And,
you have problems getting
So
the
you need
blood off you?
assistance.
Wrong
Oh, yeah.
spell.
So yeah, what do you all do?
Can I mind link with Kipper since Wade's too close in my opinion?
Yeah.
So what happened with Tasha? Did someone piss him off, or is he just having fun?
I think the only way to describe that was him having, I don't know if it was fun. I don't really know what happened because I was minding my business, eating. And then as soon as your one friend left, Stakeen left, the door closed and I heard rustling by spears. And then right after that, there was just screaming. And they went full force.
So we don't
Connor-
know he was provoked. So,
I think it was planned, but I don't know because the guards, there was something off besides that they didn't intervene, which I find the most concerning, obviously. But
based off of selection, not surprising.
yeah,
Is this a mind glitch?
but yeah,
Okay.
and so the issue
I'm not saying
was,
it's out loud near Wade. Like,
Sorry. Yeah.
and I don't know what happened, but the guards like went to come in, and then Tasha looked at them and they stepped back. So it's like they tried to stop him, but he didn't stop until there was other witnesses. But yeah, Connor and Kilo were the first I saw that just ran out there and decked poor Hank. And Bob tried to stop him, and it just didn't go well.
mm,
And Hank was just like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and it didn't happen. His ass was kicked, and from
He
there,
needed those 2 extra pounds of
Yeah.
protein tank lifting.
he did. He really did. He needed them cheeks. He needed his more silicone cheeks to
Yep.
save him. But no, he got pummeled. Bob immediately did as well. Fucking that one guy, Naruto, went bolting to the ceiling, essentially. And then Kermit cried in the corner. Franklin just stood there looking pissed. And then Kilo walked over to him and they got into it, but he survived. But no,
Yeah.
there was just, it was a slaughterhouse. One could say it was a massacre.
Sounds like we should avoid them. That's all I know.
They went in, and I will say there was only one that looked like that he was genuinely enjoying it, and it's the most concerning.
Assuming Tasha, you mean?
No,
No?
Wade was the only one smiling.
Slightly concerning.
Tasha never smiles. But
It's only concerning because you're
Wait,
rooting with
what?
him.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Not keen. And Wade
So
wants to
hopefully-
get with that, so
and hopefully Stockeen's okay. But yeah, I don't know what happened, but it was organized. That was for sure. It was organized, and I don't know, they didn't come to our side. They only attacked everyone on their cell block side, from what I saw.
that might mean we're the next target. So probably no more sneaking out to breakfast or lunch by ourselves.
Yeah. And he just goes back to eating. He's like, I'm just going to read a book in peace.
Hopefully your
Today.
breakfast will keep you through the day.
Yeah. And he
And I'll-
just like
I'll
goes
end the
silent.
mind link and
Yep.
go back to reading my dictionary.
Yep. So would anyone else like to do anything before we just kind of skip time and get to more?
Yes.
Larry, are you gonna mind link with
Yeah.
who
Yep.
should
Can
Well,
can
we-
I
No.
actually do something for?
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
Can I take a turn finally?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, Stockeen.
I walk up to Wade, who I'm assuming is in my cell with me.
Yeah.
And I kind of grab him by the shirt and I go, "What the hell is that?"
And he's
Ooh.
like, hey, put me down.
I will the minute you tell me what exactly the fuck happened.
Orders is what happened. I did my job.
From who?
My boss, Tasha.
And what exactly were the orders? Why?
He said to get rid of a good chunk of people on his cell block side. So I did.
For this selection?
He didn't say a reason, and I don't ask.
I see. So, and he kind of loosens his grip on Wade's shirt a little bit. Why did you go along with it then? What do you have to gain?
Did you see what Tasha did to the other man?
I did,
Yes.
but you don't have to go along with it. If you could see, we, the people I usually am with, are fine. You could, and we have offered to you a few times now. You could back out.
That's the last thing I could do, and you're welcome. He wanted to
For
take out the
what?
whole cell block last night.
And
But
what
I
made
have a
you
way with
stop him?
words. You don't want to know what I had to do, Stockeen.
I think I very much do.
Okay. And then he just goes into graphic detail of what he then bargained to do, which is of the rated R variety.
Do you mean rated X?
see, I see.
XXX. He just like goes on in like outrageously graphic detail for no reason. And then he like sits there and he's like, so I get to experience that later, but you're welcome. Wink. No. Regardless,
And what's stopping him from taking out the rest of the cell block?
that I don't know. But from what I heard from Joby and some of the others, it seems like The guards are wanting the same thing, and he wants out.
And what's protecting you?
The same thing I have to do with Tasha, I've done
Mushy.
around. And I'm also on Tasha's side. So
You
I
say that like
naturally
it's an
think
end all be all. What does
it's
he
in
have on the other guards that protects him?
me? As he says, like, sheepishly, realizing that he's in a very bad predicament. But he's like, I keep him safe from the guards. Because
What do you think will happen the minute you aren't safe anymore?
Well,
Do you think you're not expendable like the rest of us?
yeah. I will cross that bridge when it happens, but right now I know I'm safe as rain.
Probably not for much longer. And he lets go of Wade's shirt and kind of just goes and sits in the corner again. And he just kind of
Spicy.
stares at Wade.
And Wade just goes, spicy. And then he just like starts cleaning off his hands again. And he's just kind of sitting there. He like looks around. He goes up to his top bunk for a little bit and he lays down after getting all cleaned off and washed off. And he's just laying up there.
You forgot to give him the I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
I think it was clear. It was so clear. But yeah, and Wade eats his food. Finally. Goes up to his bed and
His
starts
cold, nasty eggs.
eating. Yep. Yep. So, is there anything else you'd like to do, Stakin?
Nope. Nope.
All
I'm good.
right. Next in line, Sanchi or Lyric?
I thought Silas had something.
Do you like to go first?
Oh, I have eggs. I'm like fine. I got eggs for
All right.
days.
All right.
These will
Oh,
keep me company
right,
if our
then.
food supply goes away.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I want to talk to Shithead, I'm actually going to go over to Spears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk over to Spears with a big shit-eating grin on my face and out loud exclaim, "Hey, I know that you don't want any help or probably don't need it, and I'm still never gonna, you know, punch you or fight you. But tomorrow, the first chance I get, I'm gonna fucking knock Tasha. And you can get mad if you want him first, but I don't have any honor. And if you want to get him while I have him distracted, or if you just want to watch me potentially get my ass kicked, feel free. But too many people have been having fun, and he is the perfect target."
You're
And then I
very
slap
reactive.
him in the ass.
And he just like clenches like so hard.
This whole campaign is turning XXX.
he clenches.
I love
And-
how Silas the only innocent one here.
I've read
And
your
he looks-
backstory. You're not innocent.
I was gonna say, no way. Steen is definitely that, my guy.
I have not killed anyone who hasn't asked me to do so.
Stakeen's hands are clean.
After
He's
slapping,
just a little rough.
after slapping Spears on the ass, I just exclaim, "I've only been reacted because I've been a prisoner. But we've gotten a lot of more freedom in the last 24 hours. It's time to have fun,
And he
and I'm
rolls
not
his
waiting
eyes.
for your plan."
And he rolls his eyes and he goes, I'm trying to tell you that your plan is reactive.
My plan? What plan? I'm gonna punch someone because I've been dying to do it for so long. But there's gods that would kick my ass whenever I try. But now they don't seem to give a shit. And tomorrow I'm going to punch him because he seems like the biggest fucker in the goddamn prison, and it sounds like a good time to me. It's not a plan. It's just he killed people, and I feel justified. And you may have a greater reason, and that's great. Hope it goes well for you.
Is this a mind link, by the way?
No.
No, I'm out loud saying this, and if Tasha could hear, I'd do that.
I'm just in the corner shaking my head like you fucking idiots. Like I am so debating making a mind link and being like, shut the fuck up, you can do this in silence.
Shut up,
And-
shut up, just shut up.
he looks like
Like he's already said too much, and I'm like, it's a lost cause as I'm just sitting shaking my head and I'm just
You and
gonna
Kipper.
I'm gonna go to my bed and I'm just gonna meditate for a while because hashtag monk life.
Yep. And so Spears like looks over and he like puts his like hand on his temple, like almost in pain. And he goes, "Listen. I understand that you have good intentions and you think that you are a great individual full of carefree attitude and ill planning. But
All right, that one's good.
I observe you quite often and the antics that you do. And I am telling you, you will probably make the selection. I am aware that you have some oomph behind you. And I am aware that that man, what I just witnessed and witnessed the other day in the lunchroom, I understand you want to go punch and kill and murder and have a rightful reason to be in this building, this prison.
I don't want to.
But the last thing you should be doing is what they did. If you actually want to survive past this and get back to whatever life you were living before, because I can guarantee you now, the guards that were watching, they've already reported all of it. And I can guarantee you, whatever plan that they had to let us sit for a week is not going to be there. There's no way that they're going to allow that to happen to their precious, precious little subjects that they are observing so closely. And so I'm telling you now, as much as you want an opportunity to do that, you will get that. But your best course of action, you are a walking potato going into the dragon's lair. The man, I don't know if you've heard or had to ever see someone's head just get smashed in one go. Do you know how hard it is to snap a skull? That man made it look like he was biting into a non-frozen popsicle. Liquid is what it was. Tasha didn't even put effort into what he did today. His only problem was is you guys came back too soon for him to clear his whole side of the house for some unknown reason and didn't touch ours. I'm not going to question why he didn't touch ours. I have a good feeling I know why. But that's not a man you want to mess with. And there's a reason why I've been waiting in the shadows, watching. Because I know his weakness. And I'm waiting for that weakness to show.
And I'm sure he won't be ready for a guy that stares him down every single day.
That's the point.
They just kind of like puts his fingers to his temples. Look, you did a lot of assuming in that little speech of yours. I didn't really have much of a life that was grander than this. I don't want to be here. And I do appreciate the warning. It does kind of sound terrifying, but do you know? You probably wouldn't care, so never mind. But look, I don't exactly have a whole lot of reason to do a lot of forward thinking. I live day to day. That's always how I do things. Yes, it's ill planned, and I am a potato. But I didn't mean to slightly go Irish when I said that. But nothing gets done if someone doesn't take a first step. And for someone who wants to call me a reactionary, you're waiting an awful long time. I'm sure he has a weakness, and I wouldn't even argue that you probably have an amazing plan. But think of it this way. You wouldn't have someone being annoying in your cell every day if something I do goes wrong. But I will think about it. I'll try at least. Uh, but only because you bothered to actually speak to me. I think I'm growing on you, pokes the shoulder, and then goes to bed.
Alrighty.
As it's barely after breakfast.
Yep.
My bad. That's into. I don't go to bed. I don't go to bed. But like, I
Later.
go over to shithead. But it's not
Well, you're
next,
still in
next turn
yourself.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Damn it. Sorry. So much story.
Hmm.
I go
And-
back to myself and pout
Yeah.
because I can't punch things.
Yep. And so with this, the guards take their sweet time cleaning this up because why would they be in a rush? And so they're cleaning this up almost all day into the night. And they even go to like half lights at some point because it's very rainy and stormy this night, of course. And can you all make perception checks for me? Good, good.
There it
Why,
is.
yes, I've been known to have eyes. Thank you.
Oof.
Yes. All right.
Well, I'm glad you do.
Right. Everyone besides Stakeen notices it, but like it's somehow Stakeen doesn't notice it. Maybe it's because Wade's been at the door the whole time at this point,
Mayhaps.
as he's been just like stretching and doing like crunches and shit, like
As you're
splits.
giving the
He's
dad
being-
disappointing look at him the entire
Yeah,
time.
he's doing the splits on the floor, and as he like turns, he like accidentally makes eye contact with you and looks down immediately. But, at that point, you notice guards bring you all dinner, and dinner is made. And to Silas' great so excitement, it's the slop again.
Yes.
And it is the prison slop.
Yes.
And at this point, you all get dinner. And right around time when normally all the lights would turn off, because your guys' just internal clocks are set to this at this point, you notice Wade, Kipper, and Spears. All three of you guys notice that in a weird, like, sinking feeling, they all start just like wrestling around in their bed and what have you. And Wade pulls out, hiding, like kind of grinning to himself almost, as he then just like takes it and sits down by the door. Stakeen, you notice that he has one of the stun batons that the guards usually carry around.
Of course he does.
Yep. And Kipper happens to have he also has one of the nightsticks, and then he has like two of them, and he's like makeshift them into like a staff almost, and he like clicks them together, and he looks at you, Silith, and he says, "I can trust you, right?"
Of course. If you would like, I can help this stay more secret.
And he just kind of smiles a bit, and then he goes, "Is there anyone else besides the rest of your little group I need to look out for also?"
I don't think so. We've extended invite to cellmates. That doesn't mean most of them, I'm gonna put my hand up and point to whatever cell Wade's in.
Yeah.
So like pointing, but so he can't see. Most of them did not accept set arrangements.
Mm-hmm. And he just smiles and kind of nods. He goes, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't side with you guys."
Yeah.
But and then he just like kind of sighs as he gets like this very serious look on his face. He's like, "People just can't do the right thing, huh? They're always just having to complicate and try to find an easy solution." As he just puts the like final click into his weird like police baton staff that he has like been making and just hiding at this point. And then Spears somehow has made, and just throughout his time, he's
A
been
spear?
Ooh, close. Baby Spears. He's been making arrows with a
Oh.
bow. And so he's made a bow and arrow with some like pretty sharp looking shivs for spears for little arrows. And
Oh, yeah.
he's just making them, and he's sitting there, and just like a panther in the night, he's stalking and he's watching, and he just like kind of is just, I don't know, he's just like, he has this air about him of confidence almost tonight. You've noticed, Lyric. And as the
Lyric
lights
is kind of biting his lip.
and Shithead, of course, finally does come out of his dome and starts just going crazy. Like, not necessarily like loud crazy, but he's like stretching and like, but he's stretching in like a really weird,
I
like offset way as he's covered in dirt.
offer him
As-
some eggs.
And he eats, like, he grabs them by the handful, and like some get underneath his like broken, dirty
only gets-
fingernails.
He only gets one of the trays.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. And so, yeah, he just like he grabs some and he starts like eating it like it's an apple or something. But you all then notice as the lights go out, Spears starts to focus and maybe lick his finger a bit. But you see this. Sanchi, you get to see this as he just shouts. Stakeen, you get to see oopity boop scoo-boo. Uh-oh. Why did you two go together? No. You don't go there. You go. Can I only make two? What?
I thought that everyone had to move.
Not everyone has
you
to.
can, you
It's
can pull them
new.
individually. It might
But
just
yeah, it's for whatever reason not you. Come with me.
Well, everyone sees this one anyway.
Yeah, everyone will see that one. I am struggling. Stakeen, you see this. And then Silas, you see this. And all of you see, as I now get to explain them all, Stakeen, you see Wade turn to you as the lights turn off in the low glow and just his eyes beaming in the night. And he turns back to you with like a small little smile and he goes, "Don't worry, I got you." And Kipper, of course, turns to you, Silith, with a just thumbs up and just being like, "We got this." Shithead is just screaming. Just like fully just like, "Ah!" And then Spears is silent and he's just like licking his finger as he's going to almost pull his bow. And at this point, the lights turn off. And everybody, I will say, hears the doors unlock. And at that point, we will take a nice short 5-minute break for everyone to go
Yeah,
use the restroom and get their water. So we'll be right back.
Oh,
folks. you all see this same stuff, except for
Wow.
everyone on stream is only seeing shithead, which is so good.
God
So
damn it, now I
good.
have to go look at the stream.
Yeah, that's how
Didn't
I'm
want
getting
any
viewers.
spoilers.
Actually,
But,
I meant to screenshot what I have and put it in the Discord so you guys
Mhm.
could see it too.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys join our Discord, it's going in the general chat for everybody to see.
Yep.
Join our
So-
Discord. It's in the chat.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so you all have that image there, and as the cell block doors essentially unlock, you see Wade immediately kind of look back at you and just kind of close the door behind him as he stands outside guarding it. He doesn't go far, he just stands outside the door. And
Mhm.
Shithead also keeps the door closed and immediately kind of just starts like going back and forth from his little den to his little like the door, and he's just dropping things in front of it. And he's like, I'm a good poopy. I'll watch you. Good poopy! As he just shouts this at the top of his lungs.
How many things does he have in there to do this with?
You've never looked. You've never looked. And so he keeps the door closed. Spears is staying on his perch, and he just has his bow at the ready. And Kipper is also just kind of standing there. And he's like, if you want to sleep, you can.
Wake me if anything happens. If you need to switch off, wake me as well. You
He
can't go
just
too long
nods.
without sleep.
Yep, he nods and he lets you go to sleep.
I will-
Stakeen.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll try. I don't want those points of exhaustion.
Yep. Be leery of that. Stakeen. We'll start right at the top of the round. What are you doing?
The round.
Yep. Kinda.
Oh, no.
Top of the order.
I look at Wade and I just go, I guess I could be killed by worse things. And gingerly kind of stood up. I'm just like, I'll keep an eye on you still.
And he nods. He's like, I would recommend getting sleep if I were you, but do as you wish. As he just kind of like tips his head and smiles back at you as his blue eyes are just glowing in the night. And Sanchi, I believe you were next. With
Yeah, shit. Do you know that the door opens outward? Okay. All right. Yeah. You keep working on that, and I'll close my eyes for like a few minutes since he seems occupied enough that I won't be bothered.
Yep. Nope. And Lyric, what you doing?
I stood up a bit and I mind link with Spears.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you don't have to respond because I know you don't typically like to, and you're pretty focused over there. But make sure to tag me in at some point. It'd be pretty fucking pathetic if you ended up failing your goddamn plan because you're so stupid tired. Seriously, you barely sleep. And,
Sounds good.
What? Positive reinforcement. Let's take it. Wait, you didn't hear that, did you?
He's like, yes, I did.
You should have
Please
warned him
don't tell
all of
anyone.
his thoughts. All of his thoughts. Could you explain it?
And Silith with Kipper.
I'm just sleeping. You
I'm
started
just
with me.
sleeping.
Straight
You started
snoozing.
with me. Yeah,
All right. And as
I've
you
slept in worse
all
places, worse
know what?
conditions.
true facts. Actually, true facts. And as the night goes on, you all like toss and turn, and 'cause you're hearing like noise outside, but you still overall sleep. And every time you wake up, Lyric, you see, of course, Spears is like readying his bow and then like immediately puts it back, and then like a couple minutes go by and he pulls it again, and you already know what's up. You know who he's looking for. And he's doing that. Xandra, you see mostly Kipper just kind of looking down from the aisle. He doesn't ever open the door. He keeps it closed. And he's just like looking down. Anytime you wake up, he like almost puts his little makeshift baton quarterstaff, like, and he almost comes and like tucks you in, and he goes, "No, go back to bed." Go back to sleep. Yeah, he just like fluffs your pillow a bit, and then he just like pets your hair a little. He's like, "Go back to sleep." And then he like goes back over to his stick or his weird
I
baton
was
thing.
gonna say, if it
Sweet
hasn't been
cinnamon
said,
roll.
Silas definitely has not fucked him.
Yep. Nope. He's just that oh so nice. And
I'm
then he
just
gives you the
imagining
thumbs
it's like, oh, like little sister, just go back to sleep.
I like to envision he tries to look like a brotherly figure, but he ends up just looking like that one bit from like One Piece where Luffy's just shoving the zombie back into his grave. It's like, "Go back to bed." It's just
Oh my
very
god, I
bad.
just referenced that in one of our streams too.
I got you. And so he's just like, that's how it comes off sometimes, but he tries his best to look brotherly. So he adds, the niceties. But ooh,
I'm
Alright,
glad my
Sachi.
damsel distress act is working out so well.
well.
Well,
And Sanchi, as you wake up every now and then,
yeah,
or just like
been
look
5
back
minutes,
at him,
so I gotta make sure he's still,
Yeah. you just notice the pile of dung just piling up outside of the door. And it's like you all see commotion of people like running by and then just slipping and just hearing them like tumbling as they like then fall off the ledge somehow. Like it's just like weird insanity is happening out there, but none of your roommates seem phased by it as Shithead just like jumps around. He's like, and he's just like throwing more shit out. Like he's gone ballistic.
You know what? I think I've said it in this campaign. You don't fuck with crazy.
You've said it this session.
And so he's just
Like,
going in. He is just going in. And then there
I
is
have hopefully gotten through his crazy brain that I am Fred. Here, have food.
I should have slept on the ceiling.
And this then comes to Stakeen. Oh, Stakeen. As you're laying there sleeping every now and then like waking up, of course,
Mhm.
but you keep going to bed and having just this dream. You keep having this dream, or maybe it's a nightmare, depending on how you view it. You keep having this like memory of your childhood, and you're like in third person, you're adult you and little child you's like ee and like running through his and you're through your own little memories as you like run through yourself, and you're watching and you're always running from something, but you're not too sure what. And you then notice that little child you keeps like feeling like he's being watched, because adult you also has that feeling that you're being watched. And you look, and it's as if like memories start flooding back to you as soon as you see this small pink-haired child staring down at you from wherever you're running throughout these halls in this big winding building with just big observation windows. And you don't know if it's just your dream inflating everything or if this is how it really was, but you notice there's a small little pink-haired child, and he keeps trying to play with you, and it never works, and it doesn't go well because he gets pulled away by some adult in some sort of fashion. You imagine it's his parent, and as you watch yourself grow older in this dream, you notice that, well, you see less and less of that boy, and the dream just ends. As you wake up to the surroundings around you, you keep looking over at Wade, who just kind of has this like pile of bodies around him, and he's just like kicking them back down the stairway, because you guys are in number 1. You're right here,
Mhm.
very front, and he's just kind of like kicking them back down. You can't tell from where you're laying or how much you're even moving, because you're probably just like turning your head as you still lay in bed. And at this point, or you fell asleep sitting up, one of the two. But you can't tell if they're necessarily dead, unconscious. You just know he's kicking them down the stairs as, they pile up a bit too much. And the night just kind of goes on this way. And morning comes, the buzz of the lights hit, and all of you stretch and wake up as you see Wade and everyone else that's kind of outside realize that, oh no, the lights are about to be on. And they all run back into their cells before the cell doors lock once more behind them. Wade stretches and
Mhm.
says, "Good morning." And in some fashion or another, all of the roommates, except for Poopy, of course, or Shithead, say, "Yo, I'm skipping breakfast, but if you go and get some, please and thank you." As they all just hide their weapons in their respective places, and they immediately almost go to bed. Wade does, at least. Wade goes immediately to sleep. He's looking exhausted for once, and he goes to sleep. Spears also lays down for the first time I think you've ever seen Lyric. He lays down and goes to sleep, and Kipper does his usual good mornings to you, makes your bed as you wake up essentially, and then goes to bed himself. And then the doors lock again. A few minutes go by, or a couple hours go by. The guards clean up everybody, the mess that accrued, and then the doors unlock. You all are free once again.
This for breakfast time, or did they bring us breakfast with the mess to be cleaned up?
So you notice that they are standing around with like a bunch of breakfast trays and such, but they haven't come up yet. It sounds like they're waiting for the clearance.
Okay.
And you hear the doors unlock, and you hear them like rustle. You hear them all go, "Oh yeah, wait, no, go!" And they lock them again, like almost immediately. And they're like, "Oh shit, our bad, new guy on the block." So you all then notice your row. You recognize a familiar face that's handing out breakfast. It's Joby, your favorite guard, Joby.
I thought you got married.
And he kind of looks and he goes, "I
Uh,
did." And he like hands the tray to you. He goes, "It was a nice service. Thank you for your congratulations." He hands over the 2 trays and moves on. And then sees you, Lyric. And he's like, "Good morning." He hands over the tray to you, and so on and so forth. Does anyone have anything to say to Joby before?
Nope.
Cool. And you all
Hey.
eat. Oh, Lyric.
House is engaged.
Hey, why did I get it pinned and pricked for a punishment that I didn't do anything for?
Uh, above my pay grade, man. You know that.
I don't know shit. That's why I'm asking.
I know.
I don't know shit.
I don't know either.
Well, thanks for the food.
Anytime. And he
Douchebag.
just moves on.
I asked him about his vacation.
Ah, yes. We went to a trip in the on the outer islands. Island of Avocado.
Yeah, like I'm not just instantly inciting this.
Please do. Whoo! You notice
Oh my.
out the gate. And I will. Could you also do an investigation check for me, Sanchi? Okay.
Should I get advantage
you
because my
notice-
insight was so good?
You know what? Yeah, I'll say that. I'll give you that. Why
Let's
not?
go.
Let's go. Ooh, good. You notice, kind of like out the rip almost, he's not wearing a wedding band, but you're not too sure if that's because he didn't get married or what have you. But you know, based off of what you incited from him, he definitely did not go on a trip for whatever reason he was saying.
Yeah, I asked
Wait.
him where
And
he
he-
went.
Yeah,
I told
definitely didn't
them
go on a
this
trip.
though.
He definitely didn't go on a trip. And from what you can tell, he is lying out his damn teeth.
But I do ask where he went. Like, where'd you
did-
go
he-
for your trip?
Oh, I went to the outer lands of the avocado lands
Yeah, how's the
for
weather
my
there?
marriage.
I remember it being
was-
sunny and nice.
It was. It was. It was very beautiful. Spent about a week there or so.
Oh, and you spent it all indoors with the wife, huh? Huh? Oh shit, sorry, I should be in my
Eh.
voice, but oopsie.
Something like that, you know. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Gotta start a family someday, right?
That's right. Better now than when when shit hits the fan or something.
Truly. Well, hopefully this time you'll turn yourself around, Sanchi, and you can
Oh, I
you can
was
start
always a
settling
good
down with
girl.
the family.
I have a family, actually.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're married, aren't you? You told me about that. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I gotta get going. Stockeen's about to kill me if I don't give him his food. So, you take care of shithead in there for me, will ya?
Can I have another tray of food for him? He likes to eat.
Yeah. Yes. And he hands you another
Extra
tray.
eggs.
What's on the tray?
It is just your guys' one of each breakfasts.
Uh-huh.
So the same breakfast items that you had yesterday, except one of each. One
What?
scoop of eggs, one scoop of hash browns.
That's not at
Scoop
all
of
the same
gravy,
as what I had
biscuit.
yesterday.
No, it's not. But there is eggs on there.
Okay.
So it's roughly the same. They just gave you a more well-balanced diet.
All right.
You know, can't be too cannibalism.
You want my egg, Sanchi?
No.
No, I don't. And with
All right.
that, Stakeen, he hands you your food as well. And if you have nothing to say, he goes on about his day.
Oh, wait.
And
I do have one thing to say.
mm-hmm.
May I have a second plate for my cellmate?
And he always handed one to each. So they handed you automatically too. If
Oh,
the other
okay.
person was not there. Yeah. So with all of that, then you all eat, they come and collect the food, and at that point they unlock, you notice all of the cells that are on, well, not all of them, but the ones that have Tasha's little crew, they open up those 4 that are on that side, besides Wade being on, obviously, with Stakeen. And they all get escorted out with handcuffs and such. Just kind of single file, each of them having 2 guards on them. Tasha obviously having more. Maybe they're scared of him, who knows. And then you guys notice a set of guards is waiting for all of you also. And they take all of you, including Wade, but you guys start walking down these corridors.
Is that
After eating
including
breakfast.
Spears and Kipper as well? And
Yep.
Shipman? Okay.
Yep, all 8 of y'all. And you notice all of your roommates go a separate way. The 4 of them go a separate way. Tasha's whole group goes a separate way. And then there's you 4 that are all walking down an aisle. And as you all are walking, Joby's not with you guys. It's all guards that you don't recognize. And as you all look on their badges and like their shirts, you notice they're all from cell block D. They're not even from your guys' cell block. And as you're walking down, they go through all these extra doors that you all have never seen. You've never seen this side of the prison. And maybe y'all questioning yourself, like, is this what cell block D has to deal with? Good golly gracious.
Mm.
And with that, they
Is
then
there
all
death
take
row?
you.
I don't know.
They all then take you almost separate ways. Like there's there's like an intersection of paths, and 2 of you go one way, one going left, one going right, and then 2 of you go straight, and then there's another split off. And so you all go separate ways. You're with your 2 guards. They're uncuffing you guys and, making sure you're all dressed properly and what have you. And then they're like, through the door, please. And there's a door in front of you all. Do you go through the door?
No.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sanchi, you do not go through the door.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I have options. No, I go
Mhm.
through the door.
All right. I was like, okay. And as you all go through the door, you notice that it is cold. wherever you're going into, and the light was really blinding, and you smell dirt and blood. And it's just echoing the noise as you all walk down these corridors, and these giant double doors close behind you all. And then, as you all get regrouped in a nice, cute little fashion, you all then realize you're all standing in an arena, and there's been no words yet, but you have a feeling you know what's about to be happening. And as a voice on an
1v1v1?
intercom comes over the intercom and says, "This is not a battle to the death. Welcome to test 1. Due to your cell block's level of violence, we've had to push the testing further. The last man standing will be considered the winner and will receive an extra prize for winning. The rest of you, including the winner, will be observed for further testing. Today is just preliminary testing. Once the timer counts down, you all can begin." And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Well, all right then.
I think this is the best day of Lyric's life right now.
Is it? Which one of us do you want to beat up?
Wait, is it just the 4 of us?
It's
Yup.
just the 4 of us.
Oh fuck! I misunderstood. This is probably the best day of Lyric's life. Oh god, he
I was gonna
knows
say,
what Sanchi can
God damn
do.
it.
gotta be like, nope.
He knows what Sanchi is capable of.
Alice just goes to sleep. That counts as her being unconscious, right?
Mm.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
given the worst testing experience.
Yeah, it means if they want to see what I have to do, they have to actually put me in a situation that I would be willing to fight.
True.
It shows self-control and self-sacrifice, which is kind of what you want in a test subject.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird, fucked up, and true.
I mean,
Weirdly true, which is kind of fucked up. That's the way I should have said that.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, wisdom is one of my highest stats. When have I shown aggression?
I've shown aggression.
Wait.
You're in danger.
Yeah.
They said you didn't have to kill me, so it's like, cool. Just throat punch for a second.
You know what's really sad? Wisdom's my highest stat.
But what's your
Oh.
intelligence? is the
Oh,
question.
okay. You know what? I don't mind. I'm gonna share because like everyone deserves to know. I have a
Yes.
I have a -2. I have a -3, and I have a -1. And
Damn!
and I just want you to know that I
Where's
fully
the
understand the character
-3?
I'm playing.
Where's the -3?
I
That's
want you to know I
incapacitated!
fully understand the character I'm playing. -3 is intelligence.
It's fitting.
There's a reason I am constantly doing dumb shit things.
You might not be capable of speech.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there's a reason. Like literally every time I I had to do something silly, it's
So
purely
for-
because like this is what he would do. He is this dumb.
If I'm understanding that right, your intelligence is 4.
What?
Yes.
Could be.
You
three,
are at
right?
the cutoff for being considered a sentient being. You are barely able to speak.
Shithead may be on the same level as you are.
Exactly. That is where you're. Yeah.
So I actually have to start. I have to actually start
Screaming?
acting dumber.
Imagine like, I don't know, an ogre that can kind of talk. That would be your intelligence. Like now I have to look up like, okay, monster stats for fucking.
Well, what a great revelation, guys. Thankfully, you could see all of these revelations far and the fallout of them on our Discord. You can also then relive all of our fallouts on our
You know-
YouTube channel.
5 in intelligence.
Well,
Ogres have a 5 in intelligence. Just letting you know. That is the level of.
thankfully, he has other stats that help him, that make him a conscious being.
I am stupid, but I'm wise.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
He says things very similar along the lines of what I imagine is like, they could only
think of-
intend what they intended.
Think of me as Dragon Ball Z abridged Goku.
It'll be great. It'll be a great time. And then all of our social medias to see more fun stuff that we do, like probably some shorts at some point, or my beautiful art that is post, or other post that is beautifully done and art. I don't know. What else do we do? Oh yeah, we're streaming later this week if the weather permits it, because just as I had tornadoes, some may have snow. And
Yes.
so yeah, Zero may not be able to stream, but we will then fake have a news broadcast in his honor, along with tomorrow. ATP and I are doing some Dr. Decker, where we will also have
Dr.
low
Decker.
intelligence, but
I feel like we'll have lower intelligence. Well, the
Yeah.
game itself has lower intelligence. We have high
Yeah.
intelligence, but can't seem to make the game function proper.
it's a good time. You should join us at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, I'm gonna go to bed now since I don't have to worry about tornadoes any further. Because in 4
Woohoo!
minutes, my watch is over.
Yay!
I'm gonna go to bed now
Survive
because I
the
can.
watch.
I know nothing, Jon Snow, but good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night. Bye.
Bye.
All right.